환영합니다. Welcome to K-Culture Dive, Arirang TV's new culture news program, where we dive deeper into the heart of Korean culture with daily K-entertainment issues and AI culture news, K-culture in photos, as well as in-studio and overseas guests who connect Korea and the world through their unique experiences and expertise. And I'm your host, Kwon So-ah. Let's dive in. And joining us on this new journey is our co-host Walter Lee. Hello, Walter.
Hello, Soa. Yes, new journey and same co-host though. I'm Walter Lee and I can't wait to dive into all the K-culture issues on our new show. I'll be your co-host every Monday, Wednesday and Friday and will provide you with the latest in K-entertainment.
So, Walter, let's get started with K-entertainment news.
Indeed.
But today, Walter, we have to start off with sad news.
That's true. So, yes, the Korean entertainment world is in deep mourning as veteran actor Ahn Sung-ki, who devoted decades to shaping Korean cinema, has died at the age of 74. Now, according to the Korean Film Actors Association, Ahn died at around 9 a.m. on Monday, 6 days after being checked into intensive care in Seoul. Now, Ahn was surrounded by his family when he passed away. Now, Ahn Sung-ki was revered as one of Korea's most iconic actors, admired not only for his exceptional talent, but also for his warmth as well, and also integrity. Throughout his career, he left a lasting impression through acclaimed films such as Two Cops and No Mercy. He also received particular praise for his nuanced portrayal of a monk's inner struggle in the film Mandela. Now, with his acting career spanning almost 7 decades, it included roles in more than 170 films, earning him recognition as a living chronicle of film history.
It is a huge loss in Korea's film industry as well as K-entertainment scene. May Ahn rest in peace.
Indeed.
And Walter, next, we talked about this group extensively last year, also on our final episode of the Culture Wave before Cortez, and there's no slowing down the Cortez train, right?
There is no slowing down. Yes, Cortez debut album's intro track, Go, has surpassed more than 100 million cumulative streams on Spotify as of Friday. Now, this amazing achievement was reached 4 months after its release and also marks the shortest time for a K-pop boy group song released in 2025 to reach 100 million streams. Now, among the rookies who debuted in 2025, Cortez is the only group so far to surpass the 100 million stream milestone with a single track. Now, international media have put a lot of spotlight on this song as well, as it ranked number 2 on Billboard's The 25 Best K-pop Songs of 2025 staff picks. It was also named among the best K-pop songs of 2025 by music media outlets such as NME and also Dazed. Now, meanwhile, Cortez is set to attend the 40th Golden Disc Awards at Taipei Dome on January 10th after securing trophies at the 2025 Mama Awards and the 10th Anniversary Asia Artist Awards 2025. Anticipation is building over whether the group will claim yet another win.
Go Cortez, go.
Go.
And finally, Walter, let's now take a look at how K-pop might fare in 2026. And I hear returns and Grammy nominations are the big news.
Yes, so 2025 had a big year, but it looks like an even bigger year for 2026. For the first time, K-pop tracks have secured nominations in Grammy Awards main categories, long considered the highest honor in popular music. Now, of particular interest is the Song of the Year category, which raises prospect of K-pop claiming its first ever win, with songs like Apart by Blackpink's Rosé and also Golden from the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack, both nominated for this top honor. Meanwhile, talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, they emerged as a global phenomenon last year, as we constantly talked about them, even transforming the streets of New York City and cemented its status as one of the 2025's most talked about projects. The production gained further recognition after winning Time Magazine's Innovative Work of the Year, and its standout track Golden is a nominee for Best Original Song at the Golden Globe Awards on January 11th, just around the corner. And this just in as well, K-pop Demon Hunters has won Best Animated Feature and also Best Song for Golden at the 31st Critics' Choice Awards.
Oh, congrats. And
Indeed. Looking ahead though, let's talk about Blackpink, who are making the 10th anniversary of their debut and are preparing a new album shaped by the members' growth through their solo activities. Also, anticipation is also rising as BTS prepare to resume full group promotions. They are scheduled to return this spring with their long-awaited full group performances, reuniting with fans, our ARMY, worldwide.
Now, last time I remember on K-Enter, we were informed about the comeback date of BTS, which is March 20th.
Yes.
But I hear more details are out.
Yes, indeed. So, right, according to Big Hit Music, on Monday, the new album will be their 5th full-length album with 14 tracks for you to listen to. So, ARMY, just wait in there a little bit longer.
Wow, 14 tracks. And I heard that each member is deeply involved in the making of this album. So, ARMYs, the countdown is on.
Yes.
And thank you very much, Walter, for those updates.
No worries.
And next up, we turn to K-Culture Dive AI News with our AI anchor, Arirang. Arirang, take it away.
Thanks, Sua. I'll take it from here. Here's your AI guide to the latest cultural headlines from Korea. Let's begin with our top story. 2026 marks the year of the Red Horse, a symbol of strength and a great leap forward. To mark the new year, the National Folk Museum of Korea is hosting a special exhibition that takes a multi-layered look at the horse as a cultural symbol and explores the meaning of horses in Korean folk culture. Some of the highlights on display include horse-related Joseon-era paintings and folk art, gokdo figurines, as well as mape, official travel tokens that accompany Koreans for centuries. The exhibition also highlights how horse culture was woven into everyday life in the past, featuring a range of artifacts, such as traditional brushes made from horse hair and a Mongolian string instrument adorned with a miniature horse head ornament. The exhibition runs through March 2nd. Growing global interest in the Korean culture has pushed visitor numbers to the nation's major royal heritage sites to a record high. According to preliminary figures from the Korea Heritage Service, more than 17.8 million people visited the four main royal palaces, Jongmyo Shrine, and the royal tombs of the Joseon dynasty last year. That's a 13% increase from 2024, with the number of foreign visitors jumping by more than 34%. Gyeongbokgung Palace was the most visited site, drawing nearly 6.9 million visitors, or about 40% of all palace and royal tomb visits. The famous Goseong Dinosaur Museum in Gyeongsang-namdo Province will be closed throughout this year for major renovations. Goseong County officials say the 8.3 billion won, or around $5.7 million project, aims to upgrade exhibition facilities and create a safer, more comfortable environment for visitors. The revamped museum will feature newly added dinosaur fossils, expanded hands-on experience zones for children, and improved convenience facilities. The museum is expected to reopen to the public in January next year. That's all from me. Keep it tuned to K-Culture Dive.
Through a single photo at a time, we take a closer look at culture in Korea. This is K-Culture in Photos. This is how many Koreans chose to start the new year, watching the very first sunrise of the year. This photo was taken at Gyeongpo Beach in the east coast city of Gangneung. And to welcome the new year, the city installed a horse-shaped sculpture on the sand, turning the beach into a New Year's photo spot. And the reason it's a horse is very specific. 2026 is the year of the horse in the Korean zodiac. Korea follows a 12-animal zodiac cycle, and each year is associated with a different animal, believed to shape the mood and hopes of that year. The horse in particular is often linked to energy, movement, and progress. So that's why you can find this horse sculpture at a famous sunrise spot. It's about welcoming the new year with momentum and wishing for things to move forward. This photo captures a very Korean way of greeting the future by combining nature, tradition, and quiet hope all in one moment. Now, this is a very different way to enjoy winter in Korea. This is Seoul Plaza right in the heart of the city. Surrounded by traffic, office buildings, and bright lights, people are out here skating. The Seoul Plaza skating rink officially returned on December 19th last year, and what's remarkable is the price. Admission is just 1,000 won, the same price it's been since it first opened back in 2004. This isn't just about skating. It reflects how Korean cities try to keep public winter culture open, affordable, and accessible. Helmets and safety gears are provided for free, so anyone, from first-timers to families, can step onto the ice. And this year's theme is called Winter Ring, with brighter lighting and a more festive design, turning the plaza into a winter playground. And for 14 visitors, there's a bonus. Holders of the Discover Seoul Pass can skate here for free. This is another familiar winter scene in Korea, but it's not about weather. This is the Love Temperature Tower installed at Gwanghwamun Square in late November. Every winter, it marks the start of Korea's nationwide year-end donation campaign. And the idea is simple. As donations come in, the temperature rises. For every 1% of the fundraising goal reached, the temperature goes up by 1 degree. When it hits 100 degrees, the goal has been met. And what's interesting is how Koreans talk about giving, not in numbers, but in warmth. Instead of saying how much has been raised, they ask, how warm is it today? This year's campaign aims to raise 450 billion won, just over $300 million over 62 days, with Love Temperature Towers set up across the country. Winter isn't just something you get through, it's something people try to make warm together. This might not look like a typical museum scene. This photo was taken at the National Museum of Korea during a special performance celebrating its 20th anniversary in Yongsan. And what you are seeing is a live performance right inside a museum. The National Museum of Korea surpassed 6 million visitors as of December 11th last year for the first time. That places it among the top 4 or 5 most visited museums in the world, alongside the Louvre, the Vatican Museums, and the British Museum. And part of this surge comes from unexpected places, including the global popularity of K-pop demon hunters. Characters and merchandise inspired by the show have drawn new visitors to the museum, turning pop culture interest into real-life visits. And what this shows is a shift. Museums in Korea are no longer seen as quiet, distant places. They are becoming spaces where history, performance, and everyday life meet. So now, from watching the first sunrise of the year to skating under city lights to warming society together and finally gathering around culture, this photo shows how Korea begins the year by moving forward together in its own way. If you take the subway or a bus in Seoul, you'll probably come across digital billboards now and then celebrating an idol group member's birthday. These birthday ads have become such a familiar sight that they now feel like a part of everyday fan culture. Let's take a closer look at how fans celebrate their stars' birthdays, why these events matter, and how this culture continues to grow. And we'll do that with David Kim, content creator and adjunct professor at Daegu Cyber University. Welcome, David, to our new program.
Hello, David.
Hello, thanks for having me again.
All right, so let's get right into it. Let's start by talking about idols that were born in January. So how are fans organizing these birthday events for them?
Yeah, so I think we picked the perfect month because this month, January in specific, is jam-packed with idol celebrity birthdays, especially some that I really like personally: aespa's Winter, Blackpink's Jisoo, Jennie, EXO's Kai, and more. It's a full schedule of jam-packed with idol celebrations. And as for the celebrations and the events themselves, in the old days, it used to be very, one-dimensional billboard ads on subways or buses, but nowadays it's changing into spatial occupation. So fans are actually setting up entire cafes and their idols' own themes with music and decorations. They're renting these birthday cafes. In Korean, we call them 생ka in the idol world. So you can see all of these in Hongdae and like very famous idol-centric places. On top of that, we also have, the home master exhibitions. Home masters are those people with the big cameras at like the idol festivals. They just garner all their photos and make their own exhibitions, very high quality. Fans also make like birthday frames and in those unmanned photo booths, so they can post those kind of pictures on social media. So there are so many ways to celebrate idol birthdays.
Wow.
Right. I know that January is a special month as well because it's my wife and my daughter's birthday.
Congrats
as well. So maybe they'll become celebrities one day. So like you said, celebrating an idol's birthday is usually with billboards as well as going to these cafes as well, birthday cafes. Also collecting goods as well. From a fan's perspective, why is the whole process so fun and meaningful for them?
Yeah, so for the community, I guess hosting a fan event or a birthday event is like the fandom's national holiday. It's honestly like the biggest thing you can celebrate for an individual if you're a fan of that person, right? So even without the guest of honor at that place physically, they just set up these places and they go there as like a modern pilgrimage, and they go take like photos of themselves. They share the journey and the stories of being a fan together, and it's like a safe space to communicate and connect with other fans as well. And it's just like proving their own dedication to their idol. It's like, I'm working this hard, I'm putting this much effort in like being a fan, and I want to show you how much I'm enthusiastic about being a fan of yours. So there's a lot of ways to do that. They make their own cup holders, they make their own key rings and photo cards, and these are not official goods. They're like actually fan-made products, and they give them out, they sell them, and nowadays they hop from fan cafe to fan cafe. That's becoming a trend. There are multiple cafes set up. And to be more environmentally friendly, I thought this was very amazing. They actually prepare like canned or sealed liquids or coffee beverages so that they don't have any food waste left over. So that's a very good culture that's going on. So it's very meaningful in overall, yeah.
Right. I'm especially intrigued by those fan-organized cafes, and it's become such a big trend that nowadays even just regular people, they organize their own birthday parties and stepping into the shoes of their own idols. So David, what kind of space do these cafes, these 생ka, actually represent for fans?
Yeah, so if you go to these fan cafes, these birthday cafes, it's like a sanctuary. You'll be surprised with the amount of photos, the amount of, dedication towards the idol himself. Like, so if I'm Kai, there would be like objects or like certain music styles or decorations that I have just like mentioned in my live streams or wherever, and the fans would just decorate theme in accords to that. And also like this environment makes like a parasocial interaction as well too. So the idol won't physically come there, but it feels like you're connected. It's like a feeling that you're in that person's living room. You're with the idol together. So fans get like a sense of fulfillment decorating that themselves and paying for that, such as like they're with the idol together. So these zones are like a safe zone for the idols to, again, connect and make their bonds stronger within the fandom itself. And not only that, but because these cafes are decorated so beautifully, a lot of just, random people like me just walk by and it's like, oh, what's that? And just step in and get to promote your idol's birthday. You get to see like, oh, who's this idol? Oh, this is interesting. And people take pictures as well too. So it actually has a promotion effect for the idol himself too.
It does.
And you also mentioned before that fans also make their own sort of, let's say, merchandise, whether it be stickers or key rings or like cards as well. They also do their birthday donations, charity projects, like you said, like the cans rather than food wastage. Why do you think these types of celebrations resonate with fans exactly?
Yes, so in the old days, fans just consumed albums and photo cards and whatnot. But nowadays, when they're hosting these birthday events, they actually make their own stuff. So they're not just consumers, they're prosumers. They're actually charity creators. And we're going to be talking about charity in a while. But actually, the fans make these fan-made products and they sell it to them by themselves. And with the profit, they actually donated a lot to a lot of philanthropic purposes and organizations. They also do a lot of volunteer work, going to animal shelters, helping dogs. They also help donate like cold briquettes for the people in need during the cold winter. A very recent case which caught my eye was a BTSV fandom, collectively 13 fandoms together, donated a bench in the French Versailles Palace to just help the preservation of the cultural heritage in the name of V. So these kind of very meaningful campaigns are popping up, and I think like this is a great culture that should go on. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not just the fans that give, it's also the idols that give back to their fans. Now, tell us about this interaction and how that further spreads birthdays centered in fan culture.
Yes. So the culture itself is spreading, I would say. It's not confined to just K-pop idols. I think it's globally becoming the standard. The K-pop fans are always on the forefront of like these kind of organizations and strategic movements. So a lot of different celebrity culture or different fandoms are taking notes from this. They are very collective, so they make massive amounts of donations and payments. And recently, again, for BTSV, there was actually a monumental Burj Khalifa LED show in the name of BTSV as well too. So these are being set as standards, and now other people around the world, the Western Hemisphere, everywhere, is taking notes and they're trying to imitate that. So I think, yeah, it's pretty impressive.
It is impressive. But at the same time, David, some people raise concerns about, maybe expensive costs or excessive competition. What's your thought on that? And do you think this birthday culture is going to thrive continuously?
Yes, for sure. There are a lot of concerns that there's over-consumerism and but you got to know that when you're hosting these kind of events, you're actually spending a lot of money and giving back to the local economy a lot too. So there's a big ripple effect for the small local businesses. For instance, if you're doing a birthday cafe event, the cafe owner and the beverage makers or the printers or like the florist in the whole district is going to benefit from the whole ripple effect, right? So yeah, I think this is a good thing for the local economy. Also, as I mentioned before, people are focusing more on sustainability and long-lasting effects with these campaigns. There are forests being made. People are planting trees in the names of their idols, so it's good for Earth. So at the end of the day, this kind of fandom culture is bettering our society. And yeah, I think it's like a good ecosystem going on. Yeah.
It is. I especially like the idea of those benevolent deeds. That is going to raise the image of the groups and also the fans themselves.
For sure.
But one thing that I want to mention is I hope that all of these fans do the same for their parents as well, not just for their for their favorite idol.
Yes.
But on that note, thank you very much, David, for your insights today, and see you next time.
Thank you, David.
And thank you, Walter, as always. So we're going to see you back on Wednesday, right?
Wednesday this time.
All right. Thanks for watching and your interest in everything K-culture. Please continue to tune in to K-Culture Dive on Arirang TV Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. Korea time. Keep diving.